This is one of the best features that Asana released in the past couple of weeks, the formula custom field. And we've had the basic editor as well as the advanced editor. The advanced editor was just released this summer. So I want to show you how it looks, the basic, the advanced, and do a little exercise together. I chose this example to show you the formula custom field, a basic timesheet system. Let's say you're working with some freelancers. They have some estimated time they want to work each week. They have some actual time spent each week. They have an hourly rate. And I also added a daily markup, which is something you could discuss with them. Like every day you're going to get that amount of money, whatever work you do, to cover, I don't know, expenses, where you work, to cover the commute, whatever it is, just for the example. So you have this list, you have assignees, you have dates. I added the time tracking by going through the customized menu. So you have estimated time, actual time. The hourly rate is a basic number field with a currency. The daily markup is also a basic currency field. So let's create a first field that's quite easy. I want to see the difference between the estimate and the actual time. So I'm going to go there, add field. I'm going to go to formula. I'm going to call it estimate versus actual. And I'm going to use the basic editor. That's the basic one. So I want the estimate minus the actual time. And I'm going to create the field. Pretty straightforward. It's going to give me in hours the difference between those two fields. It's really important to understand the unit topic. When you're playing with fields, especially with formulas, sometimes, and I'm going to show you in the next example, sometimes you're going to be very surprised by the number that comes out. That's usually because you don't expect that unit to be used. In that case, we were dealing with hours, and the result is actually in hours. Okay, so now I want to actually do actual time spent multiplied by the hourly rate, and I want to add the markup. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to go into formula. That's basically weekly salary. I'm going to make the same mistakes as I did when I was preparing for that video, because I realized that the way that the editor works is not the way that I expected it to work. So basically, when I went here, so I clicked on switch to advanced mode, I was expecting to be able to say actual time multiplied by hourly rate, but it's not the way it works. You do have to choose the function first. So you select a function you want to multiply, and then you have to give all the different elements you want Asana to multiply. So basically, in that case, it's going to be actual time multiplied with a comma, multiplied by the hourly rate. So you can't say like actual time multiplied by hourly rate, or maybe actually you do. As you can see in the examples, you can actually type the formula yourself. Might be easier to read. Then we want to add the daily markup. So you can do it like this, like a plus daily markup. In addition to using the plus, you can also use one of those functions. You can use the add function, and again, you're going to give two different values to have them added to each other. Let's create the field. And then the number that comes up is quite a lot. I'm not going to pay them like $50,000 every week. So what's happening is whenever you do a computation in formulas, unless it's explicitly said, they're going to be working in minutes. So you do have to divide that by 60 if you're working with an hourly rate. So this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go into edit, and the actual time will be divided by 60. And again, you can use a function, but you can also type, you can also type the divide option. So let's have a look. Here we go. Perfectly works. So this column will always be up to date whenever you change values on the left. And you're going to see that they started rolling this out to different places. whether it's in search, whether it's in rollup, whether it's in dashboards. So slowly but surely you're going to be able to use formula fields everywhere, and that's a very, very good news for anyone using Asana, and especially the ones with a lot of different columns. We used to be able to automate this at our company. We do have a service to compute custom fields, but now that this is embedded into the tool, it's a very good news for everyone. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any question about this specific feature, you must check yourself. You have to try and learn, just like I did, make some mistakes, just so that you know how it works exactly. Have a good day and see you soon.